How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Fu Show. I'm your host, Coach Ali Fusho. So this is obviously a different environment. Right behind this wall is actually my home gym where you've been seeing around 10 episodes already. But as you can see, I have more than one guest, so my tiny home gym cannot accommodate everyone there. So we had to move to the living room so that all of us can be in one shot. But anyway, I have three amazing, talented, hardworking, and very disciplined guests right beside me. All of them, if you are in the Philippine powerlifting scene, you know all of these faces, and all of these faces are extremely, extremely successful with the most recent Southeast Asian Powerlifting Cup. Right beside me, I have Mr. Rafael Cahilig, Joyce Reboton, and Nestor Redulla. Everyone, please say hi to the show.
Hello.
As you can see, all of them are extremely extroverted as well and very high in energy.
Hi,
They're all super used to being in front of the camera. But of course, it's been how many years already since I've known each of you individually. I've had the pleasure of having a show or an episode with Raf 2 years ago, with Nestor 2 years ago. 2 years ago, Joyce and I were supposed to have an episode as well. But of course, we know what happened with the universe. It was harder to contact each other. But anyway, now we have the three of them here so that we can talk about in depth how the most recent Southeast Asian Powerlifting Cup went. Because if you are in the industry or if you are in the community, you know how successful these three individuals were. All right, let's start from left to right. Raf, can you please let us know what was your squat, bench, deadlift total, your placings, and everything in the C Cup?
So I competed in the Southeast Asian Powerlifting Cup in the 120 kilo weight class open.
Sorry, can you bring the microphone closer? You can move it. It's fine.
And for squat, I had 332.5 kilo, which is the national record that I broke. That came from me also. And then a bench, I only had 192.5 kilos, and deadlift is 302.5, another national record, and also the total. For the placing, I got the gold. So for all those three lifts down in the competition, so which is a plus. And I also had to push myself because I thought it was going to be easy, but I had to battle it out with our very own athlete, Ross Emmanuel Chidosho, to get the deadlift gold. So, yeah.
Okay. All right, Joyce, can you can put the microphone near? Yeah, so can you let us know your squat, bench, deadlift, and your total in the most recent cup?
Ayun, I'm Joyce, your favorite 76 kg lifter. I got 203 squat, and that is the Asian record and national record. Bench 110.5 kg. Also the new Asian record and national record. Deadlift 200, not a record.
She's so sad now. She's used to getting records all the time.
Total is 513.5 kg. Not a record too. Ayun, yun lang.
Okay, so yun lang, no? Like all those records that you mentioned, tas yun lang, no? Okay, Nestor, how was your squat, bench, deadlift, and your total, and placing?
Hello, I'm Nestor. I competed at 93 kilogram men's open. So for my squat, 262.5 kilos. Bench, I got 152.5. And deadlift, 307.5 kilos. My total is 722.5. Yeah. Out of sa tatlo sa amin, ako lang yung walang national record, sadly. Yeah, it was a parang so-so competition for me. Pero yeah, it is what it is.
But of course, it's not your last competition.
Yeah, it's not. Pero for this year, this is my last.
Of course, because we can't let you do like 4 or 5 high-level meets a year because that's going to beat up your body.
For placing, I got silver sa squat. Sa bench, no. I think 4th ata ako or 5th, I don't know.
Oh, that's fine.
Sa deadlift, I got gold. Yeah.
Gold sa deadlift,
We got 1 gold sa deadlift. Then for overall, I got 2nd.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everyone, you can see that this couch has never seen any stronger Wilks or what's the other one?
GL.
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 I swear, this is the strongest that this house has ever felt because obviously I'm not near those that competitive level. So I'm really happy and I'm very thankful that the three of you took your time to come here to do the show with me. And of course, the spotlight will be on you guys in the most recent SEA Cup because everyone wants to know. And of course, at the time of this recording, this is September 24. You guys just got back. So it's September 24. What date did you guys get back from Malaysia?
19.
19. So just a
We
few
got
days.
here around 20.
20. Yeah.
20.
We
20.
left in
Oh, sorry.
19
Can you put the microphone? Yeah.
We left on
How's the rest?
19 on the evening. Tapos nakabalik kami 20 na ng madaling araw.
Okay. So pagod pa rin kayo, no?
Yeah.
But I saw you guys, based on your IG stories. Not Joyce. Joyce is a very, she's behaved. She's disciplined. I mean, unless di lang na story pala yung mga ginagawa mo, na di ko alam.
Dapat
Kasi kami
kahapon.
kasama.
Dapat kahapon ba?
Kasi kami kasama eh.
Okay. So, but even though if you guys are tired, there's still the competitive spirit in you guys. You guys visited one of the local gyms. What's the name of the gym?
It's a new one, Gymzilla.
Zilla.
Gymzilla. So, how's your experience there so far?
Okay siya. Ang ganda siyang, pwede siyang pang competitive powerlifting and local
Strongman
fitness.
din.
Yeah, strongman
Strongman
din.
then.
Kasi I heard yung may-ari ata is an enthusiast ng strongman.
Okay. So, he had a lot of equipment there. Okay, that's good. Will you guys be frequenting Gymzilla more often now? Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay. But you guys, was that a max out single ba? Or
Yeah,
I
did
forgot.
mine.
Sino ba nagsabi nun na hanggang dito lang kasi magagalit na yung coach namin? Ikaw ba yun? So, to everyone who's not familiar, of course, after an intense powerlifting competition, naturally, for a few days or a week or two, you'd want to have some form of recovery. These two gentlemen did the exact opposite, but then, of course, who can blame them? They're at the top of the country right now, so who can doubt their methods? But don't copy them.
Don't do that.
They're very competitive, but of course, let's now talk about the actual competition. So in most powerlifting competitions, it's in the women's flight that starts before the men's division. Joyce, can you let us know how was it there? Like the moment, and to those of you who don't know, this is not Joyce's first time to fly out of the country to compete for us. How for this SEA Cup, pang ilang competition mo na yan na international? Ano sabi? Sorry, ang dami.
Sobrang dami.
Third this year.
Third this year. This year, okay.
Tama
So,
ba?
but do you think roughly over 10 na yun, like overall?
Madami na.
Dami na. Okay, so that's why I mentioned earlier today, if you guys saw that story, she's really one of the most decorated lifters. I mean, one of the most celebrated powerlifters here. So, super duper happy that she took the time. But all right, so for your third competition this year, since you've had a dozen already, how musta yung nerves mo leading up to it? Were you nervous or were you just so in the zone that nothing can stop you?
I was not nervous because ano ba? Masaya lang ako na makakapag-compete ako with teammates finally. Kasi parang ito yung international comp na meron na akong kasama. Parang yung mga before, yung mga worlds, dalawa lang kami. Or ako lang mag-isa. World Games, ako lang mag-isa and Willard. So, medyo iba ngayon because I have someone to help me other than Willard. I have Esme with me to assist me sa lahat, sa weigh-in, sa equipment check. Ayun, before kasi, dream ko for Nestor, kasi close kami, dream ko for Nestor na makapag-compete din siya Asians. So, I think ito yung step 1 na makasama ko siya SEA Cup. SEA Cup naman. And syempre, happy that I'm with Equinox athletes. Na kami yung top 3 sa roster ng Pilipinas. Na mataas yung GL points.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So it's obviously a lot of people don't think about this when it comes to powerlifting. They only look at the individual because sometimes it's not like the NBA or any other internationally known sport that we have this team. In powerlifting, it's more of the individual. But a lot of that they don't know that behind that individual. Beside that individual, it's a very strong team. Of course, you have your what do you call those? The people that run handlers. Sorry, I forgot. So you have handlers, and of course you have everyone, your coaches, to help you towards that international level. So it's not just individual. And of course, she worked hard, definitely on her own, but everyone can use a helping hand. And having Equinox, or how do you Equinox, and we will talk about them more later, is definitely a big plus. So I'm happy that you were happy and excited to go towards this competition.
Yeah.
All right, so Nestor, let's go to you. This was your, correct me if I'm wrong, second or third international competition?
Second.
In
powerlifting, second.
In powerlifting. So how was it this time, knowing that you had your teammates and it's only your second time going out of the country to compete?
Actually, same with Joyce. Siyempre masaya kasi parang for the longest time, ito yung first international comp ko sa PAP, IPF na, na competition. And so excited din ako kasi nung nalaman ko na I'm gonna be competing with the top lifter of Malaysia. Yeah, so sobrang na-excite ako nung time na yun. And yeah, it was fun. And hopefully, sana makalaro ko ulit siya next time. I can compete with everyone again. And ano pa ba? Yeah.
But no nerves this time.
No. I never akong kinakabahan sa competition ever since.
Grabe, no? So you have to, you know that you've made it if you never get nervous in a competition at that intensity.
Saka ano rin medyo sobrang pag-zone in ako, parang wala akong napapansin or ano.
Okay.
Parang focus lang ako dun sa 9 lifts or kailangan kong gawin sa stage. Pero, yan. It was fun, yeah. So it was one hell of an experience. Especially, yun nga, like, yung nakalaban ko, parang it was parang core memory for me.
Core memory.
What happened there.
Yeah.
Especially during yung deadlift session. It was one of my parang best, kumbaga may top anime moments.
Yeah.
Maybe my top one.
I actually went up to
Maybe
the number
my top
one.
one.
Number one ng Malaysia.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be my number one moment. Yung laban namin sa deadlift.
So intense.
Yes.
Yeah, it was so intense.
Can you
Sabi
imagine,
nila.
like a whole
The microphone. Sorry.
yun like a whole parang function room. So puno ng squat rack. Andito si Nestor. And then the other guy was at the other end. They were having a stare down.
Yes.
Legit.
Yes.
Yes.
Parang,
For like maybe around 10 to 5 seconds ata.
That's a long time.
Yes.
And it's just a squat.
And then, nung deadlifts na, may lamesa dito, tapos yung
just
upuan
sitting
nila
beside each
nandyan.
other.
They were just sitting next to each other, waiting for their attempts.
Okay.
And they just sat next to each other, and they're like,
It was the best feeling.
I actually got more nervous than his competition than mine.
You got nervous for him.
Yes.
So yeah, it was fun kasi it's been a while since lumabas ako with teammates then. So I think the last time I competed is ako lang din ata.
Okay.
And yung last time na nag-compete ako with teammates to represent Philippines was 5 years ago. It was 5 years ago pa. So
Send it
yeah.
to me. I'll show it later.
That was the picture, yeah. That's
Send that to me later,
top
Joyce.
one lifter of Malaysia. Chai Boren. I don't know if mapapanood niyo to.
Oh yeah, they're next to each
Kung does he even understand Filipino?
Pero yeah, it was fun. Super fun. Hopefully maulit siya ulit next year.
Yeah, okay.
Looking forward to
super
it
excited
again.
for you. All right. Ara, so you mentioned that you were nervous for his competition. But for you in your own weight class, in your own competition, how was it leading up to it, knowing that you had teammates and that you had a lot of people to like have your back?
Leading up to it, hindi rin naman ako masyadong kinabahan. Didn't really get nervous because, I don't know, like he said, we all have that. When we zone in, we just have to do and make the lifts. Mas kinabahan ako on my hydration. Kasi I'm really known for cramping up. Kasi I easily sweat a lot. So yun, parang mas kinabahan ako on that side. Pero on the lifts itself, not really. Because parang wala madami rin kami. So siguro yun din naging comfortable din ako. And mas na-appreciate ko yung ginagawa nila Joyce tsaka Willard noon. Isipin mo dalawa lang sila.
Yeah.
Na-experience ko doon yung Ronats on how they handle. Parang they're really experienced. Just compare on kaya nung nagsikap kami lahat parang this is gonna be a piece of cake for us because we have them leading and we just have to follow them. And also kay Esme, my girlfriend, for handling us Lahat kami.
Shout out
She's
to Madam.
she's behind the scenes right now.
Hindi lang kami hinandle niya, pati yung ibang athletes din ng
everyone.
Philippines. So, yun. Sobrang laki ng parte ng handlers. Parang hindi magiging possible or magiging comfortable kami kung wala sila, actually. Yung jitters na nakukuha namin, parang minsan nakikerry na sila na yung nagdadala. Like, kami na bahala, magbuhat ka lang dyan. There's this, when Nestor lifted his last deadlift.
Yeah, I don't think I will get that gold. It's not for them.
And also yung last kasi parang hindi niya alam kung ano yung nakaload.
Okay.
So, in his mind, parang I'm just gonna do it.
Okay.
So, hindi mo na-
handle mo lang nagsabi.
Usually,
Joyce and Lord, yeah, sila, si Esme.
Basta yung job mo na rin, basta buhatin mo na.
Bubulangan ko lang siya na sabi ko,
Bars
buhatin mo to, gold to, sabi ko sa Pero hindi niya alam kung ano yun.
Yeah, I didn't know the weight until natapos yung when I looked
Yung
at the
na-announce na.
scoreboard.
Okay. So I'm happy that unanimously you guys had a very positive experience when you guys went to Malaysia. So of course, it's a very successful event. We talked about it. Joyce mentioned it already. So for Equinox, Team Equinox, you guys formed this. Of course, it's not just the three of you. There's a very helpful team behind the camera right now. They're just chilling there. Can you guys, or any of you who wants to speak about it, can you guys let us know what is Team Equinox and what is its purpose for the Philippine sports? Anyone who can speak the best about it? Okay, so Raf has volunteered.
Fine. So, Equinox is built for like athlete management na hindi non-mainstream sports and hindi masyado nakakuha ng support from anywhere. Hindi naman sa tinatanggi sa government. Pero, syempre, as an athlete, parang kailangan ko pa ba isipin to, yung mga bagay na to, like yung paperworks,
Exactly.
yan, and all that. Sobrang laking hassle nun. Kesa you put your energy sa training, mas mag-iisip ka pa ng ganitong bagay, ganun. That's what Equinox is for. Hindi lang siya basta-basta nakukuha ng mga sponsorship, ganun, hindi. And yun, sobrang laking tulong nun kasi parang, lalo na nung SEA Cup, am I allowed to say? all of the athletes that competed paid their own.
Okay.
So, can you imagine like yung hassle na dinala nun sa amin? And each of those athletes, merong support system. Like, either their friends, parents nila, ganun. Sa Equinox, syempre, yung family namin, ayaw na namin silang guluhin. That's why we built this team and para masuporta rin yung iba't ibang sport na kung saan nag-excel yung mga Filipinos.
Okay.
And not just like, basketball tsaka volleyball.
Well, there's nothing to be sorry about. It's very straightforward that it's pretty obvious in the Philippines.
Yeah, and nakita ko yung isang post na athlete namin si Jalen. Hindi lang basketball ang nag-uwi ng medalya. Sobrang daming sport dyan that we can excel on. Hindi lang talaga nabibigyan ng attention. So, that's what it is.
Okay.
And not just like and hindi lang parang susuportahan lang by paperwork, financially, and logistics. By also, tinuturuan namin sila to be mature as an athlete on how to carry, like, yung small things like that bothers them, dapat di na pinapansin. And, yun, yung pagsagot-sagot sa mga tao. So, yun.
And that's extremely important because, as you mentioned, you don't want the athlete to think about all these, like, of course, the important things, but as an athlete, you'd want to focus on your game, on your
on your
sport,
performance,
on your performance, on your output, because if you get stressed about this paperwork, that might make you leave, you might not be able to train, right? Because, of course, you're going to take the time out. So, it's really just how can I phrase it? Team, organization, company, Team Equinox is going to be, I believe, a really, really pivotal group of people to help I'm assuming it's more than just powerlifting, right?
Yes.
So any sport that is currently not in the limelight right now will have Equinox's support or eyes on. Yeah. So I'm really happy that there's something like this that's in the Philippines, and I feel like the demand of this has existed for the longest time because obviously, going international or going out of the country and to sustain all of your training, your nutrition, and everything, it's not cheap.
Yeah.
Obviously, everyone has to pay their rent, their bills, everything that's not sport related. Our expenses
Yeah.
are primarily for that. So to be able to compete in the international level, it is very, very demanding on the expenses. And Joyce, if you're okay to talk about this, I remember when it was your Worlds before, there was what website did you use to help
Go
raise
get
funds?
funding.
Go get funding.
Go
So
get funding.
that was something that I was really happy that a lot of people were putting their eyes on. And actually, sorry, Joyce, can you be the one to talk? What was the website and for what event was it?
The website is Go Get Funding. So directed yun sa PayPal.
Okay.
And it was used to ask for help para maka-compete internationally.
Yes.
Parang twice na yata ako nag-go get funding. Kasi yung una, yung for Worlds, na hindi na-fund ng government. And second is yung for World Games. Parang mahirap na lagi kang nag-ask for
Yes, exactly.
for funding. Kasi yung mga tao sa paligid mo, mapapagod sila sa kakabigay sa'yo.
Yes.
Parang, syempre kami rin, ayaw namin isipin nila, nang hingi na naman to.
Yeah, yeah.
So, hindi lang go get funding, fundraiser shirt din kami.
Okay.
And also, yung mga, mga extra, like selling coffee,
Okay.
selling goodies. Yan. Anything that can help na
Raise ng funds.
maka-raise ng funds.
And that's how you can see how determined and driven Joyce was, because of course we're not gonna let of course money is not everything, but of course we're not gonna let something like that stop somebody from showing the entire world, literally the entire world, because she was competing at Worlds, her true potential. So she was so determined. Of course, she knows her worth. She knows how strong she is. She knows how much she can show for herself. But of course, to be at that world stage, to prove it to herself, her country actually, that she is here, that she is a very, very strong representative. She was able to do that, go over all of those obstacles and be able to get on that stage is really amazing. So much praise for you on that. And I guess at that time, if Equinox was already alive, life would have been so much easier. And so it was because of instances like this that we realized there's such a huge need for Equinox. So I'm really happy that the three of you are part of this team. Obviously, right now, just in the camera, we have the three athletes. We have how do you call you guys? Admin? The management, the actual managers behind the camera right now. So of course, it's not just about them, it's about the entire team.
Yes.
To showcase how strong the Filipino can actually be. So I'm really happy about that. And of course, before this episode, I asked the internet, or just basically Instagram, to give us some questions for you guys. No, don't worry. I was gonna say none of them are bad, but a good number of them are questions because they want to hear from your insight, because they respect you guys as one of the top lifters of the Philippines. So they want your honest insight. They're not all jokes. All right, so let's start with the first one. So of course, these can be very generic, and whoever wants to answer this, feel free to answer it. All right. So first one is, what gets you pumped up for every training session? Is there something is there a stimulant, or is it just a mindset? What gets you pumped up for a session and for a meet?
Okay naman.
So Nestor na lang, go ahead.
Sorry, what's the question again? Sorry.
What gets you pumped up or hyped up for a session? Or maybe a better way to phrase it is for a top set.
Top set. Okay. Siguro every top set, iniisip ko na parang it gets me one step closer to the end goal. Siyempre, I mean, di naman masama mangarap, pero my goal is to be a world champion.
Okay.
So parang iniisip ko, every session, every day na training gets me one step closer to that goal. So I think that's very good enough reason for me to train every day and not miss a session. Yeah.
Was there ever a time that motivation Like anyone can answer this. Was there ever a time that motivation was really not there? Like you wanted to, like discipline was like, oh, I want to like forget it.
Good question.
Was there ever a time that lack of motivation won and you just decided to sit it out?
I think he deserves to answer that.
No.
No.
I think for me, motivation is just parang I don't train when I feel good. I train because I need to train. So if it's day 1, day 2, day 3, whatever day it is, kung ano na-feel ko, I will train if my training out that day. I don't care. Even if I don't want to go to the gym, I still go to the gym.
That's just because you
So I
know
need to,
that,
yeah.
as you mentioned, each
Yeah.
session
I think
is going
motivation
to
is a very parang deceiving thing.
tool. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, parang
I mean,
we're
it's a
more
good-
of a disciplined, no, diba?
Yeah, it's a good start.
Ah.
Pero it doesn't last long.
Yeah,
It's sustainable.
True.
Yeah, yung is gonna die down na rin.
Yeah, it's gonna die
Discipline
down.
will take over.
Like week 1, day 1, oh, motivated ako.
Yeah.
Tapos biglang
Pagdating-
week 2, day 1.
Mr. Week 1, day 1.
Pointing fingers here, may natamaan din sa panood, But of course, so, again, your training habits are definitely showing. You wouldn't reach this level if you were so like, oh, not motivated. I guess I'm just gonna skip it out. So you knew, and I guess that's very helpful to whoever answered this question, is that to get hyped up or motivation, sure, it can help from time to time. But in the grand scheme of things, you just have to be determined or disciplined to know what each session is for. Right, that's a good insight, Nestor. Next one is I think this is gonna be good for Joyce. When did you decide to do powerlifting competitively? And of course, before you answer that, you might want to give a quick rundown of how long you've been lifting in whatever sport whatever lifting sport you've been a part of before.
I started lifting year 2014. Pero mix yun. CrossFit, powerlifting, strongman, weightlifting, kettlebell. Lahat na ng maisip mo.
She basically listed every
Yes, and
sport.
and nagpo-podium tayo sa lahat ng 'yan. So, I decided to focus sa powerlifting nung nakita kong may palag tayo sa yung mas serious na
Na
sa
international stage, no?
worlds na. Kasi when I was talking with my coach, sabi namin gusto ko mag-worlds ng 2020.
Okay.
Not knowing na magkaka-pandemic. But nung 2019 pa lang, parang pasok na pala yung numbers ko sa worlds. Parang may medal potential na. And during my first worlds, I got bronze medal sa squat. So ayun, nag-focus ako nag-focus ako sa powerlifting lang nung naisip ko na kailangan ko nang mag-focus. Kasi parang dati Asians na pag-juggle ko pa yung
Ibang sport.
na pag-juggle ko pa sabay-sabay yung mga ibang sport. So training ako CrossFit, training ako ng ganito. Hindi sa sinasabi kong hindi kaya ng iba, pero kasi meron akong mga teammates na nagko-CrossFit pa din. Pero syempre, personal choice ko yung mag-focus sa isa lang. And pahirap ng pahirap yung road na papunta sa top. Kasi hindi everyday or hindi every prep mo, hindi mo masusure na good yung performance mo pagdating mo na doon. Yun. So ngayon, powerlifting lang yung focus ko.
Main priority.
Yes, main. Pero, dalawa pa rin. So, yung World Games kasi is equipped. So, it's a different,
Okay.
parang iba yung sinusuot and iba yung difficulty din niya.
Yeah, of course.
And, syempre yung classic.
Okay. To those of you who don't know, equipped powerlifting means it's the type of powerlifting that allows you to wear a squat suit, knee wraps, bench shirt, and a deadlift suit.
Yes.
Walang straps, no? Wala naman, no?
Wala na.
Okay, so it's different compared to what most people know as raw powerlifting, where you can just use a belt, knee sleeves, and wrist straps. Okay. All right. So, Raf, I think let's let you answer this next question. Or actually, I think this is going to be good for all three of you to answer. But let's start with you, Raf. do you guys do your accessory work? Or is it strictly squat, bench, and deadlift?
Yeah. We do our accessory work.
Okay.
We just like to complain a lot. Well, me.
Well, because based on Instagram stories, whenever I see you post, it's almost always just a squat, bench, deadlift. There's no accessory work.
We just don't need to record it.
Yeah.
Maybe some we record it and then we ask our coaches on how to properly do our accessories, but we just don't film it. But yeah, we do our accessories. Always do it.
Was there ever a point that you realized that, wow, accessories really play a huge role?
It does.
Was there ever a time that you skipped out on it because it was... By the look of his face, I feel like that was a big yes.
When it's time restricted, sometimes I skip it like really bad, and then like when you're too beat up to just like really do it, or like something hurts.
Okay.
Sometimes may ganun talagang session, like di mo na matatapos yung SBD sessions mo. Sometimes you just, rather than hurting yourself,
That's true.
It's actually one of the things then need to get out of the way when you try to compete powerlifting. The no pain, no gain mindset. Throw it out of the way. Because like, to be successful in this sport, you have to be really smart. And yeah, you have to keep yourself healthy. So yun, like when you know there's something wrong, just trust your gut and bail and reassess on where you're gonna start and building your back up again.
I'm really happy that you mentioned that because I feel like a lot of younger lifters might be so like, oh, no pain, no gain. Because that's what's in the internet a lot. Like yung push lang ng push, maski masakit, diba? But coming from you, I feel like that's going to help a lot of younger lifters or people who are just starting out lifting in general, that it doesn't always have to be I guess to use powerlifting terms like RPE 10 every session, because that's just going to hurt you in the long run and it's not gonna allow you to progress. So coming from you, I feel like that's extremely helpful. Joyce, Nestor, how are you when it comes to do you love your accessory work or do you hate it?
Before, I don't do my accessory work.
As in, there was a time na strictly
Ano lang,
SBD?
parang sobrang konti lang ng mga nagagawa ko. Kasi home gym.
Okay.
So I just do, barbell row, pull-ups. Yun lang, max na yun before. Pero this time, I think it's working. 110.5 bench Asian record.
What more proof do you
Di ba? Parang, okay, magmula nung nag-start ako mag-accessory work, kahit na minsan tamad ka na, finish your set. Guys, you need it.
Yeah.
Yes, I do it.
Okay, good. Ikaw, Nestor, was there ever a time na you skipped yung accessories mo? Pero coming from you, you sound like the guy.
Sa pinakamasipag sa amin, siya pinakamasipag namin.
Yes, accessory.
Parang may separate session ako after nung SBD. Like, may 1 hour or 1 hour 30 minutes ako na I do my bodybuilding stuff.
Okay, so how long is your typical SBD session?
It depends, pero usually 2 hours, mga ganun. 2 hours to 3 hours.
That's just...
If it's squat, medyo mas matagal siya. Pero if it's just bench or deadlift,
mas
maybe
maiksi.
2 hours. Yeah, mas maiksi.
Then another hour for your accessories, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so what on average for the three of you, how long do you spend? Of course, there are times, I know where you guys work out from time to time. So of course, you are in the community.
6
So
hours, joke.
you guys talk or spend more time than you need
training,
to.
3 hours
But
talk.
on average, how long is an actual session? Excluding yung in-between hangouts nyo. Na, of course, you guys talk a lot in between sessions din eh.
For the whole SBD, never ko pa ata nagawa uli yung full day SBD ko.
Uli?
Yeah. But it's probably gonna take me like 6 hours.
For your sessions. No?
Probably. And when we do squat, ako, minsan matagal ako mag-squat kasi umabot akong 2 to 3 hours kasi like, umabot hanggang 700 yung sa akin. So marami yung warm-ups ko din. Bench, medyo mabilis lang siguro, 1 to 1.5. Deadlift, medyo matagal din.
Yeah, of course.
High
The
300s. And yun, that's how long we usually... Tapos meron pa ako isang issue kay Nestor kung hindi siya skip na accessories. Parang alam ko kasi pag sumasabog na yung braso niya. Usually kasi we get injured kasi hindi mo naman may iwasan yun. Pero you just have to find a way to like still put the work in, work around it basically. Yun.
That's true. Joyce, how long are your SBD sessions?
4 hours.
4 hours talaga.
Yes.
Okay.
Pero meron yung in between, gawa ng kape.
Okay.
Tapos, Instagram. Kasi sa bahay lang ako eh. So, parang, okay.
Of course, yun din yung rest. Yun din yung rest
Yes,
in between
yes.
sets, diba? Yung chill and coffee.
Yeah.
Okay, so, of course, you guys said 4, 5, or 6 hours for your entire sessions. I want to make it clear to everyone who's watching that this is ideal, or this is what the top lifters do because that's what they need to do. Raf said that he deadlifts are like close to, or he actually lifts 700 pounds. You can't expect to warm up for 700 pounds within 5 minutes, within 30 minutes. Diba? Of course, it's gonna take a long time. I'm assuming you start with body weight or the bar, or what's the first?
I started 70 kilos.
He started 7 because that's him, okay. But for most people, start with the bar or just body weight. Different. He's a different animal. So these are, you can learn from them by saying, "No, no pain, no gain" is a bad approach. Learn from that. But from the 6 hours, I think majority of people can benefit from just an hour to an hour and a half if they're not in the, like, of course, in the competitive level. So I guess this is great for
I think the most normal one is like 2 hours.
for a powerlifter.
For a powerlifter, sometimes,
Okay, because of course warming up does take a long time. You can't go near like a heavy single if or you can't go towards a heavy single like safely if you haven't done your warm-ups properly.
Yes.
All right, that's good. Warming up and your accessory work. Next one, okay. Sorry, Jandy, I'm not gonna answer your. I'm not gonna ask your questions now. Actually, they're not bastos or anything. They're just stupid. Okay, let's ask one na lang since they might be wondering. Okay. Siguro let's make Raf answer this na lang. Bakit sa basketball may suntukan pero sa boxing walang basketball? Bakit?
Bakit may basketball ba sa boxing?
See, it's a stupid question.
Akala ko bumayos yung
Hindi ka
tanong
nga
mo.
rito, ikaw sumagot ng tanong mo.
Sabi niya maayos daw yung tanong niya.
Again, this is
Ikaw
coming from
magtanong
Jandy
dito.
Castillo. Jandy, what's your position in Equinox? Para ng tao. Yung director nila ng local affairs.
Puro kalokohan eh.
Ganun din sila eh. Okay, let's go for a serious question na. Sorry, Jandy. Okay. Okay, so you guys mentioned that, of course, none of you were really nervous between the three of you during the SEA Cup. But of course, it was just more than the three of you in that entire competition that represented the Philippines. Somebody wanted to ask, who was the most nervous during the entire competition?
I don't want to drop names.
I
don't want to drop names, but there are people that are pretty nervous.
Kabado.
Yes, their hands are very cold.
Okay, sige. Just to keep it safe, don't say he or she, or just say this person. Anong ginawa ng person na to? Para may konting juice lang
Parang
naman.
sinabi ko kasi parang nag-fail ata ng lift and then I'm like, oh, kakabahan, relax ka lang. And then hinawakan niya yung braso ko, I'm like, oh, don't touch me. It was so cold. Ang init na kasi parang sobrang dami ng athletes na sobrang daming tao doon. So parang hindi ko expect na ganun. Actually, there are a few of them. So,
Na nervous. And
yeah.
I
Kasi
guess you
most
can't
people
blame
kasi
them
it was
naman
first international comp. Well, ako rin naman, first international comp ko din yun. But like, ewan ko, I just focus lang kasi kung ano nangyayari.
Okay. But of course, you can't blame like, any
we're not
lifter.
blaming them,
I guess even though if they're starting
That's
out.
pretty normal, yeah.
Because of course, especially if it is your first time to represent yung country mo or just to be in the international level, you just want to make sure that you do things right.
Yeah.
So, get someone there. We're not making fun of anyone. We're just sharing. You just share.
Yeah.
Wala mang name dropping dito eh. Team
Lalo
naman tayo.
na yung competition mo iba na eh. Kasi we had a meeting with Sir Eddie, president siya ng Philippine PAP, Powerlifting Association of the Philippines. Tapos parang sabi niya, we cannot just go for yung mga records nyo. You wanna PR? No. Dapat we focus on what we can bring for the country. So meaning like, if you're gonna attempt a huge jump parang just to get a PR, when you could have just done this to get a regular medal, parang suntok sa buwan yung gagawin mo. So,
it's selfish, that approach, no?
So, dapat unahin mo talaga yung sarili mo. Kahit mababa yung buhat mo, okay lang. Basta makakuha ka ng medal. Which is yun dapat iniisip pag nandun ka na pala talaga sa international level na competition.
Yeah. Okay. That's a very good insight. Now you just have to make sure that you're there. I mean, of course, you're there because you want to push yourself.
Yes.
But apart from that, or maybe on top of that, you want to make sure that you bring home whatever you can for the country. So
because
very good that you
being
mentioned
there is not an honor. it's a privilege for all of us to be there, So we had to make the most out of it.
Okay. So, and of course, especially as you said that, of course, somebody is gonna get nervous after hearing that as well. Even more so na. Basta pressure tuloy. Okay. Something a bit more straightforward na lang. So let's have everyone answer this because it's a very straightforward answer. What is your go-to protein source? Sige, let's start with Nestor muna.
Chicken. Breast.
Chicken breast. As in, okay, I'm just gonna assume based on all your answers a while ago, you eat this super often tas never ka nasawa.
Never. Nagsasawa ako pero wala eh.
Tuloy pa
I
rin.
don't have a choice.
Maski umay ka, kain pa rin na.
I'm at this point na before when I cook chicken breast, like, ang dami ko nilalagay. Pero nasa point na ako na just salt and pepper, I'm good.
Goods ka na. At least may salt and pepper.
I don't really care. Kasi parang wala naman nagbabago sa lasa niya. So, basta ma-hit ko lang yung protein ko that day. Okay na yun.
Okay. So, Joyce,
And whey din. Siyempre, whey. Yeah, whey
okay,
protein.
okay.
Yeah.
So,
Shoutouts to
for
whey.
you, whey protein and chicken breast.
Yeah.
Very classic answers. How are you?
Chicken. Pero hindi chicken breast.
Anong chicken? Thigh?
Chicken thigh. Chooks to go.
Chooks to go.
Yung hindi na ako
Chooks to go.
magluluto. Yung
Sponsorship
let's
naman.
go!
Equinox.
Yung hindi na ako magluluto. Yun. Ayoko magluto. Yung mabibili. Roasted chicken. And the protein powder. Whale, let's go.
Sticker naman ako. Dito naman siya yung sticker, no?
Powered by Whale.
Okay. So to those of you who don't know, Whale was, sorry, anong klaseng sponsors siya si? A gold sponsor for the most recent competition.
Yes, thank you guys.
So, represent. What's your protein go? To-go protein.
Yun, same lang. Chicken is the cheapest. So
That's true.
I eat both breast and thigh. Tapos, minsan ground beef. Siya yung lagi nagpa-prepare kasi. Tapos, yun, whale din. Kasi ako pinaka-highest na protein na requirements.
Oh, sige, let's touch on that.
300 grams
300 grams.
of protein. So, pag nagtitimpla ako ng scoops ng whey ko, 5 scoops siya. Per tumbler, yes. So, para na siyang smoothie sa kapal.
Parang oatmeal.
Yes! Minsan I'm like, oh my God. Tapos yun, minsan nakakadalawa ako. Tapos, syempre busy training. Tapos pag uwi ko, work pa. So, minsan hindi na rin kami nakakaluto. So, like, yun din, Joyce said, yung mga roasted chickens. Kasi alam mo kasing, as much as possible, clean yung pagkaluto sa kanya. Hindi siya masyado nilagyan ng oil.
That's true.
Unlike mga fried chicken, ganon. Mahirap na din siya bilangin. So, yun din ang mga go-to ko. Nestor minsan daw may isda.
Minsan lang.
Minsan. Bangus.
Ano yung protein requirements mo for the day?
200 to
200. Joyce?
170.
170. Pero grabe yung 300 mo. Ang mahal yun.
Kaya yung isang pakete ng bag ng whey, I think it can last, yes, it can last me like maybe a day or two.
Here too. Oh my God.
Kasi
Normally
it took
that's
5
for like one bag for an average person, like 1 week, something like that. For you,
2 to 3 days.
again,
Ang
these
dami nga
are the
namin
requirements of
dinala
the
nung
top
sikap.
lifter. Ano yung actually, may baon kayong way sa...
Yung sikap, yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, sorry. Let's talk about yung... for powerlifting, there are obviously weight classes. Was there any potential drama or potential shortcomings in weight for anyone in the entire team? Or everyone was like for sure that they're in the weight class? Or pasok naman lahat?
Parang nung this recent cup, wala naman.
Okay.
Pasok naman lahat, pero in my case, yung period ko, 7 days early siya. So, hindi ko ina-expect na yung pagbaba ng weight ko is ang tagal kasi parang nag-bloat na ako.
Okay. But of course, when it came to the actual day,
Yes, pasok na
okay
yan. No need to sauna naman. Okay naman.
Okay, so again, that's going to be helpful to anyone, especially to all the female powerlifters out there. Your weight, as you guys know, more than us men, na yung weight nyo, it does fluctuate whenever that time comes. So you have to try to put that in the calendar kung kailan yung weigh-ins ng competition nyo, day before, day off, whatever it is, i-timing niyo because of course you don't want to be in that situation na you're 0.2 or 0.5 kilograms above your weight class kasi sayang lang yung prep na ginawa nyo eh. Okay, so that's us. I'm happy that you were able to mention that. Then another thing, this is so you guys
Jandy
are
na naman.
so I'll name drop him na lang din kasi kilala niyo naman eh. Kilala niyo si Lyle naman, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lyle, okay. So stupid questions talaga. Pero sa atin. Sino kaya yung pinakamataas na body count? Oh. See, this is how these are how wholesome these individuals are.
Oh.
See, these are stupid questions. Okay, Lyle, this is your fault.
Tanong
Now they're whispering. Ano? See, mabait talaga. Mabait talaga.
Pwede ba yung mga
You guys, you can.
pwede ba yung mga natalo ko na lang? Yun na yung body count ko.
Natalo na.
Oo, yung mga natalo sa powerlifting.
people that I have killed. Joke.
Ay, yung mga naging... ano?
People that I have killed.
Tapos yun kayo, may sagot kayo, no? You can refuse to answer. It's fine. It's from Lyle anyway.
No comment. No
Tama
comment.
na. Next.
So, John D, tanongin natin.
Lyle, yari ka sa akin.
Loko ka.
Alam niya nakasama ka dito. Tapos bigla. Okay. Actually, the rest na, I don't wanna, si Jandy na kasi nakikita ko. Ayoko na yun eh. Okay, but this last one, I think, we've touched a bit on it already. And we're already like around 40 plus minutes. So I guess we can end with this question. You guys already obviously in the top of the country when it comes to powerlifting. A lot of people can appreciate your advice. So apart from the ditching the no pain no gain, apart from doing your accessories, can each of you give me like the biggest advice that you can give to a lifter that just started out in powerlifting? So let's try to get 3 distinct answers from everyone so that a lot of people can learn. Who wants to start first?
Advice sa powerlifter.
Advice to a new powerlifter.
Advice for new powerlifters. If wala kang coach, get a coach. Yung maayos na coach. And follow your program. Kasi pag newbie, madalas naiinip. Bakit yung iba max out or gusto mag RPE 5, RPE 6 lang, nag RPE 10. So, hindi kayo mapupunta somewhere sa tamang time na gusto nyo kapag hindi kayo nag-follow ng maayos sa program nyo.
That's true. Of course, kung may coach ka na nga, binigyan ka ng structure, your job is to follow
Yes,
the
yes.
structure kasi sayang naman din yung effort mo at effort ng coaches. So, that's very good advice. Follow the of course, get a coach that you trust and follow the program because of course there is a purpose with that program and you can't just keep on neglecting it because you're not going to get anywhere, exactly as Joyce mentioned. Okay, Nestor, Raf?
Same lang din with Joyce. Siguro first if
A different answer
Hindi,
nga.
Tatlo, di ba? Okay, so yan, get a coach, sinabi niya na. So, siguro for me, if yung laging dalawang bagay na sinasabi ko, if anybody asks me something about that, is be patient, especially be patient with your progress, and don't compare your yung progress mo with other people. And siguro kasi powerlifting is it's not like a sprint. Like for me, late na ako medyo lumakas ng konti. Kasi I've been lifting for a while. So, parang lately lang ako, parang medyo umangat yung buhat ko. Tapos, siguro yung pinaka-importante. Like ko naman sinasabi to, be consistent with everything. I mean, not just training. I mean, powerlifting is just not inside the gym.
Oh, of
What
course.
you do outside then, yung sleep, parang ayokong sabihin kasi minsan di rin ako tutulog. Pero,
Ang minsan, nakita ko yung stream
yeah,
mo.
pero if you can, yung sleep, recovery, everything, nutrition, how you manage your stress, ganun. Yun yung mga dapat parang mga importanteng bagay na dapat parang yun mo rin. Be consistent with not just with training, with everything outside, yeah.
Kasi kapag completely nawala yung sleep mo, yung nutrition mo,
everything is affected.
lahat ng effort na ginawa mo within the gym, with the barbell, parang tilapon mo lang, baliwala. So that's a very, very good insight from Nestor. Raf, any last words for an aspiring powerlifter?
Medyo late ko lang din na-realize yung sinabi niya yung nutrition. Para kasing in the longest time ko sa powerlifting, wala talaga akong pake. So, kain lang ako ng kain. Pero I know, like, I eat a lot of protein. Yun lang. Pero di ko siya tinatrack and everything. So, yun. Isa yun sa mga bagay. And kung bago ako palang powerlifter, usually madaming facade dyan ng mga bago. Focus on your training. Don't mind the noise outside. Iwasan nyo yung drama. Buhat lang kayo. Focus on your lane. Tingin ka lang sa dinadaanan mo. Tapos in the long run, if you get stronger, maintain a healthy competition with your peers or like pag nakasali ka na ng mga competition, maintain a healthy competition with them so you can push yourself with each other. Ganun. But, yun lang.
Okay. That's really helpful. Especially yung stay in your own lane.
Yes.
A lot of people,
They tend to...
powerlifters or not, or like whatever, as long as you're trying to be a fitter or stronger version of yourself, a lot of people, they get inspired by looking at people who are successful online, but a lot of people end up hating their own progress because they'll be asking themselves, oh, why am I still at this level, etc. This person A was able to do this, etc. at a much shorter time. And of course, at the end of the day, you have to analyze yourself first.
Yes.
You looking at somebody else's progress isn't automatically gonna make you progress yourself.
Yes, you can compare na hindi mo alam. Hindi naman pala nagtatrabaho siya, nagtatraining lang siya. Hindi
Yeah.
mo, ikaw, nagko-commute ka, nagtatrabaho ka. Tapos,
may
may family ka,
relationships, may studies
yung
or
stress.
whatever.
So, yeah, you need to consider those. Kaya dapat talaga, tingnan mo lang yung sarili mo.
Exactly. Kasi
But you
your
can
life is your
assess,
own.
so that you can prioritize on, kung gusto mo talaga i-pursue na 100% powerlifting, kailangan talaga priorities. Meron kang bibitawan ng mga sakripisyo.
Yes, okay. That's
If you want to be the best. Yan.
actually, I think that's a great way to end it because a lot of people, and this is a valid thing, a lot of people aspire for balance in their lives, to balance training, to balance work, to balance relationships, to balance a lot, like finances. There are a lot of things in life that a lot of people want to like balance perfectly. I think with the mileage that all of these lifters have achieved, they've realized that there are times that you have to understand some things in your life won't be prioritized so that you can give all your effort, your time, money, effort, all your resources for whatever it is that you want to excel in the most. Yeah. And of course, there were times in your life, or majority of where you guys are right now, powerlifting is something that you've dedicated a good number. Of course, you guys are more than just powerlifting. Obviously, take away the barbell from you guys. You guys have, I know you guys individually. You guys have, I was gonna say amazing personalities, pero these guys are amazing people. Take away the barbell from them, they're still equally amazing. So of course, the barbell is not necessarily your life, but of course, for you to excel in powerlifting or whatever sport, they had to sacrifice other stuff. And you guys did it with your all your will was for it, man. You were decided, you were determined, dedicated to it. Yes. And of course, because of that dedication, they were able to reach the level that they are in right now. But of course, it's not the end. I'm assuming you guys have a lot more goals.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, I'm speaking ahead of myself. When it comes to powerlifting, do any of you have any specific goals or like numbers that you want to hit? Or do you have that mindset na tuloy-tuloy pa rin? Doesn't matter what number you hit. I think, Joyce, it's best if we start with you.
Goal?
Like, is there like a goal, squat, bench, total, deadlift that you want? Or are you the type that just wants to keep on showing up, representing the country no matter what?
I am never satisfied. Gusto ko maging world champion.
Yan talaga.
Yan. Kayo nang bala mag-isip kung ano yung kung ano yung numbers. Basta para maging world champion, I will be that.
Yes, of course, everyone is definitely gonna fully support you. Kayo, Nestor, Raf? Or tuloy-tuloy parang
I think parehas lang kami na.
Exactly.
Want to be world champion. Pero ako, goal ko in the meantime, 360 squat or 365 kilo squat, it's around 800 pounds. Bench, 500 pounds, 227 ata. Well, goal 220 lang. Same as deadlift, 365. Para kasing yun lang muna yung kailangan ko just to be at the top. Gusto ko rin mag-world champion, syempre.
Of course.
Tapos parang So kasi after nun, if I ever become a world champion, I'm gonna go back to my old weight class, which is 105. Medyo feeling ko kasi hindi ako as sustainable yung feeling ko ngayon.
Okay.
Ginawa ko lang naman, nag-bulk up lang naman talaga ako to set up the highest or like heaviest raw total sa Philippines. Yun lang naman talaga. Pero like,
Down the line.
seeing na may potential ako to compete in worlds at this weight class, so might as well just go for it and keep on. And then if I go back to my old weight class, dun ako parang yung tuloy-tuloy.
Okay.
Whatever it takes me. Ganun.
Okay.
So yun.
How about you, Nestor?
Same lang din. Na tuloy-tuloy lang. As long as nagpo-progress every year, I think that's the good goal. Saka ayoko din nung nag-ano sa numbers kasi parang it's like limiting myself.
Exactly.
Para
What I can
may
do.
disappointment.
Yeah, if you don't get this number this time, parang
Yeah.
even if it's 2.5 kilos, parang progress is progress.
Diba? Kasi again, as you mentioned, it's not a sprint.
Yeah.
Diba? Hindi naman kailangan every PRs plus 50.
Yeah.
Diba? Kasi asa pa. Diba?
How I wish.
You get plus 15, wow. Good
Sige,
for you.
on your first year,
how I
posible,
wish.
sure.
Posible, yeah.
Pero at this level, kung mag plus 50, maski sa total, diba?
Mahirap.
That's crazy already. So, of course, and that's a great mindset to take away, that inch by inch or like kilo by kilo, it's all about the making those small but very, very consistent incremental gains as you progress. It's not about like a specific number. Of course, having gold numbers are great. It's nice to aim for something, but to have that initial mindset to just keep on growing, to just keep on getting better overall is something that a lot of people will definitely benefit from. But anyway, so that was the episode, guys. I am extremely, extremely thankful that you guys took the time here. But of course, that's not all that you'll be seeing from these three individuals. We will be, after this, we will be doing separate episodes, like for the two guys. And of course, we want to give the spotlight to Joyce. But of course, that was the main episode with everyone here. Thanks. And we'll see you guys in the next episode.
You.